Welcome back. President Trump's historic reciprocal tariffs kicking in at midnight, marking the biggest shift in the global economy in nearly a century. The president posted on Truth Social this morning, quote, "Tariffs are flowing into the USA at levels not thought even possible." The president also announcing a 50% tariff on exports from India beginning August 27th because of the country's continued purchase of Russian oil. President Trump criticizing India for ignoring the Ukraine conflict as New Delhi defends its energy needs, saying it's ready to pay a heavy price and that imports of oil will not stop. The White House reviewing similar penalties on other countries still buying Russian energy. Joining me now is U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. Mr. Secretary, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks so much for spending the time.
Oh, it's great fun to be with you, Maria.
And I know you've talked about non-tariff barriers in the past as the president is looking at tariffs as a way to get countries to come to the middle and, in fact, change certain ways. Will the president consider that kind of tariff retaliation on China as well if it continues to buy Russian oil?
I think the president said yesterday everything's on the table. You know, he thinks of his role as the peacemaker in the world and the creator of opportunity for America, and he's going to use all the tools in his toolbox to use it, and he hasn't ruled anything out.
So the president signaled progress on a China deal, Secretary, this 90-day pause on tariffs set to expire August 12th. The president said he's getting very close to extending that trade truce, willing to meet with Xi Jinping this year if a deal is reached. Do you expect that deadline to be extended?
I do. I think we're going to leave that to the trade team and to the president to make those decisions. But it feels like likely that they're going to come to an agreement and extend that for another 90 days. But I'll leave it to that team.
I mean, it's incredible to me that you all are doing these negotiations with what we know is a bad actor. But I understand that you don't have much choice. We are very tied to the Chinese economy with so many supply chains there. Two Chinese nationals charged in California for illegally shipping NVIDIA AI chips to China. They're accused of moving millions of dollars worth of cutting-edge H100 chips through Malaysia and Singapore in an effort to dodge U.S. export controls. Mr. Secretary, what is the plan to stop China from going around all of the tariffs and getting their products through other markets secretly?
Well, the key is, you know, right now, semiconductors are primarily, like 90% of them are made in Taiwan. So yesterday was an epic day, right? The president over the last 3 days has met with the leaders of, or spoken to the leaders of all of the tech companies. He had Jensen Huang from NVIDIA, Tim Cook yesterday, both in his office talking, and he set tariffs to bring semiconductor manufacturing to America. It was beautiful to watch the president and his team talk to all the tech companies, get all of their input to set it right. And what he said was he won't charge tariffs while you're building in the country. But if you're not building in the country, 100% tariffs. So his objective is to get semiconductor manufacturing done here of our best technology, and that way we can control it the best. Yeah. That's the strategy. It's great for America, and President Trump is on it.
And you're right, Secretary. I mean, look at how we're so reliant. You know, you just said it, 90% of the advanced semiconductor chips, these are chips we use in the military, made in Taiwan. The president threatened that 100% tariff on all chip imports in this push to get these companies to bring their supply chains here, but that takes time. Do you think the president will give some concessions to some of these companies and say, look, if I know that you're building a supply chain in the U.S., if I know that you're at least starting the process, because how long does it take to build a supply chain and a manufacturing plant in America? A couple of years, right?
You got it exactly right. So what the president said is if you commit to build in America during his term, and if you file it with the Commerce Department, and if your auditor oversees you building it all the way through, then he will allow you to import your chips while you're building without a tariff. But you have to be confirmed and overseen building in America, and what that's going to bring is $1 trillion. $1 trillion of semiconductor build in America launched by Donald Trump yesterday. I mean, talk about having fun in the Oval Office. I mean, this is historical.
It's incredible. It's next level. I mean, look, the pictures of the president with Tim Cook yesterday as Apple, announced this investment of $100 billion. The president highlighted Apple as an example of a company that would be spared significant levies after, they made that announcement of $100 billion investment in the U.S. So tell us about that in terms of what you're expecting. The tariff plan expected to be formally unveiled next week. In terms of the chip companies, are you expecting more investment? How much investment has come in so far? And do you expect specific companies to announce they're committing to build in America?
Here's the most fun statistic. AI CapEx spending, so spending on AI last quarter exceeded consumer spending for GDP. So we've got so much investment coming into AI that what the president's done is he's harnessed it. He says to Apple, you've got to build here. Meta, you've got to build here. NVIDIA, you've got to build here. TSMC, you've got to build here. I just said $2 trillion worth of investment right then. So the president is harnessing all of this investment coming into America. They're going to be building plants in America. TSMC announced $200 billion in Arizona, Micron $200 billion in Idaho and New York. I mean, this is huge, and it's going to be across America. So Donald Trump is grabbing it and bringing in all that investment into America. And basically what he said is, you've heard him say it time and again, if you build in America, you're not going to pay a tariff. And what he did is he said, I'll give you the leeway if you're committed to building in America, and only if you're committed to building in America. Then he'll hold off on your tariff. But if you're not building in America, 100% tariff.
Yeah.
Pay or perform in America.
So I guess it was Scott Bessent who was on this program last week who said they're looking at some $300 billion in revenue from tariffs this year alone. How much revenue have you brought in so far just from tariffs, Secretary?
So last month, it averaged just over $30 billion. And as of last night, midnight, the tariffs went up. I think we're going to be heading towards $50 billion a month in tariff revenue that no one's talked about except for the president. So think about $50 billion a month, and that's where we are now. And then you're going to get the semiconductors, you're going to get pharmaceuticals, you're going to get all sorts of additional tariff money coming in. And as the president says, this could continue to head towards and ultimately reach $1 trillion. I mean, these are amazing numbers for the United States of America, and no one's retaliating. Everybody understands you've got to sell to the American consumer. The American consumer is the most powerful factor in the earth for the economy, and Donald Trump is harnessing it for the benefit of the American people.
What can you tell us about this 40% transshipment levy?
So the idea is, it's one thing to set a tariff. So we set a tariff on Vietnam of 20%, but that's for Vietnamese goods. If some other country, let's say China, wants to send things to Vietnam and have Vietnam then sell them to America, that comes with 40%. So if China wants to send stuff to America, let's just do it through China. Let's stop this nonsense of sending it through other countries. So that's the idea, which is if it's your country, you pay your tariff, and if it actually has significant content, like 30% from any other country, then it should be taxed at that other country's tariff. Yeah. And that's a higher tariff, obviously. And so that's the idea, and it's going to raise hundreds of billions of dollars for America.
It's incredible, and that's what I was just saying. What's the plan for stopping China? There you have it, the 40% transshipment levy. Secretary, it's great to see you. We so appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, sir.
Right, great to see you.
Secretary Howard Lutnick. Stuart Varney picks it up after this short break. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow.